Welcome to Advice for You, Grandma, your trusted source for living your happiest, healthiest golden years. Today's topic could change the course of your life. 8 deadly footwear mistakes, stealing seniors' mobility, and 3 life-changing solutions. Did you know that over 300,000 seniors are hospitalized each year due to fall-related injuries? Even more shocking, nearly 45% of these incidents are linked to improper footwear. This silent epidemic is stripping millions of their mobility, independence, and quality of life. Take Thomas, for example, a 72-year-old retired teacher. His life changed in an instant after slipping on a wet kitchen floor while wearing old, worn loafers. A severe hip fracture later, doctors warned he might never walk independently again. But there's hope. Today, I'll show you exactly how Thomas defied those odds, and how you can too. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 8 deadly footwear choices that threaten seniors daily, and the 3 transformative strategies that help Thomas go from barely reaching his mailbox to hiking mountain trails with his grandchildren. At Life Advice for Older People, we transform research into simple, practical advice you can apply immediately. Because what worked for your feet at 40 can cripple you at 70. This isn't fear-mongering. It's biology. Why footwear must change. As you age, your relationship with the ground fundamentally changes after age 60, and so must your footwear. Your feet experience 3 major transformations. Loss of fat padding. The natural cushioning on the soles thins out, exposing bones and nerves to impact forces. Deterioration of nerve receptors. Balance-controlling nerve endings decrease by up to 30% after age 65. Joint sensitivity and misalignment. Minor foot misalignments can cascade into severe knee, hip, and back issues. Thomas learned this the hard way. I kept wearing the same types of shoes I'd always worn. No one warned me my feet had changed. Today, we'll not just identify the problem, but offer solutions that leading podiatrists recommend to their own parents, yet rarely discuss openly with patients. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 1. High heels. Even practical ones. You may believe that avoiding stilettos keeps you safe, but even modest 2-inch heels dramatically shift your body's center of gravity forward. A 2-inch heel increases pressure on the ball of your foot by 75%. This forces your toes into a cramped, unnatural position thousands of times a day. Over years, the cumulative damage affects your knees, hips, and spine, causing chronic pain and instability. Janet, Thomas's wife, learned this at 68. After decades of sensible 2-inch pumps at work, retirement unveiled the hidden damage, severe bunions and collapsed foot arches. She required painful corrective surgery and a 12-week recovery, stealing precious months they had planned for travel. Even if you rarely wear heels today, decades of past use could be silently harming you. Foot deformities like bunions, hammer toes, and shortened Achilles tendons can all escalate your risk of falls. Ladies, do you still have heels lurking in your closet for special occasions? Drop a shoe emoji in the comments if you're rethinking those choices after hearing this. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 2. Flip-flops. In warm climates, flip-flops seem harmless, but they're dangerous traps for aging feet. Every step forces your toes to grip unnaturally to hold the shoe in place. They offer 0 arch support and minimal shock absorption. The constant gripping creates tension that travels up your legs, impacting knees, hips, and back. Thomas discovered this painful truth during a Florida vacation. I wore flip-flops everywhere, by the pool to restaurants, even for long beach walks. By day 3, I could barely walk, he recalled. Diagnosed with plantar fasciitis, it took 6 months of physical therapy to recover, losing half a year of mobility. Remember, what once felt fine in your 30s can cause serious damage after 60. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 3. Worn out sneakers. You might think your favourite sneakers are fine because they look good, but after 6 months of regular use, they lose up to 40% of their shock absorption. The midsole silently breaks down, even before visible wear appears. Thomas clung to sneakers he'd worn for 3 years. No holes, still clean, good tread. I thought they were fine, he said. But these perfectly good shoes were secretly behind his escalating knee pain, nearly pushing him toward a costly $40,000 knee replacement. Quick test. Twist your shoe from heel to toe. If it twists easily, like a rag, it's time for replacement, even if it looks new. Replacing Thomas's shoes resolved his knee pain within 2 weeks. Deadly footwear mistake. Number 4. Backless slippers. Backless slippers are cozy, but dangerous. They force your toes to grip unnaturally, altering your gait. Ankle stability decreases by 65% with each step. Shortened strides and muscle tension increase your risk of dangerous falls. Statistics show 38% of in-home falls involve poor footwear, primarily backless slippers. Thomas's neighbour, Ruth, fell down the stairs while wearing her favourite cozy slippers. A simple fall caused a severe wrist fracture, setting back her independence for months. Comfort should never come at the cost of safety. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 5. Slick, smooth. Sole shoes with worn-out soles, or those made of slippery leather, are hidden dangers. Soles lose 75% of their traction as they age. Smooth surfaces transform water droplets, kitchen tiles, and stairs into serious hazards. Before his major fall, Thomas slipped in his kitchen, wearing stylish loafers with slick leather soles. A small water spill led to a painful back injury that was the first domino toward bigger mobility challenges. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 5. Smooth or worn-out soles. Many seniors chalk up slips and near falls to clumsiness, without realising that their shoes are silently setting them up for disaster. Here's a simple test you can do today. While wearing your everyday shoes, place one foot on a smooth bathroom tile and gently try to slide it forward. If your foot glides easily, you're walking on a hidden hazard every single day. Safe, senior-friendly footwear should resist sliding even on slick surfaces. The loss of traction is a silent danger that grows over time as soles naturally wear down. Think about it. Have you ever had a close course you shrugged off thinking it was just bad luck? Share your experience in the comments. You might help someone else recognize a warning sign before it becomes a life-changing injury. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 6. Tight, fitting dress shoes. Our 6th dangerous footwear mistake strikes millions of seniors, often without warning, wearing shoes that are simply too tight for aging feet. Here's a little-known fact. As we age, our feet naturally change shape. Over decades of walking and standing, the ligaments and tendons that hold your foot bones together gradually stretch out. By the time you're 70, your feet are likely about half a size wider than they were at 40. Yet most seniors continue buying the same size they always have. When you cram your wider feet into outdated narrow dress shoes, you do more than cause discomfort. You restrict blood flow, increase the risk of pressure injuries, and compress nerves, especially dangerous for seniors with diabetes or circulatory issues. Thomas found this out the hard way while preparing for his grandson's wedding. I hadn't worn dress shoes in years, but my old pair still looked fine. I squeezed them on and thought I could tough it out. By the end of the reception, My feet were burning. Worse, a few days later, I started stumbling. Turns out I had nerve damage from the pressure, he recalled. That temporary nerve compression triggered weeks of balance problems, significantly raising his full risk. Remember, foot width often changes without your shoe size length changing. So even if the shoe doesn't feel too short, it can still be dangerously narrow. Always get measured before buying any new shoes after 60, both length and width. Deadly footwear. Mistake number 7, going barefoot at home. Our 7th, deadly footwear mistake isn't a shoe at all. It's the risky and increasingly popular habit of going barefoot around the house. While it may feel freeing and comfortable, especially in warmer months, walking barefoot after 60 increases full risk by a staggering 37% compared to wearing supportive footwear. Here's why. Without cushioning, your body's natural balance systems must work over time. And on modern hard floors like tile and wood, surfaces our ancestors never had to navigate, every step sends harsh impact forces up through your joints. Thomas shared a chilling story. One morning, I stepped on something tiny in the kitchen, probably just a breadcrumb. Because of my diabetic neuropathy, I barely felt it. That tiny cut developed into a serious foot ulcer that took 3 months of specialized care to heal. This isn't just a rare occurrence. Seniors with thinning skin, fragile bones, or any loss of foot sensation face high risks walking barefoot even in their own homes. Dr. Sarah Jenkins, a leading foot surgeon, warns, the barefoot trend may be healthy for young people with strong arches and full nerve function, but for seniors, it's like driving a car with no shock absorbers. The risk simply isn't worth it. If you're watching this video barefoot right now, you might want to reconsider, especially once you learn about the final, most common footwear mistake that almost 90% of seniors unknowingly make. Deadly footwear, number 8 one pair, fits all mentality. Our 8th and final deadly footwear mistake is perhaps the most common of all. The one pair fits all mentality that leaves seniors vulnerable. During specialized activities, as we age, our feet require different types of support for different movements. The side-to-side stability needed for gardening differs completely from the cushioning required for extended walking, or the grip necessary for navigating slippery surfaces. Yet 78% of seniors attempt to use a single pair of good shoes for everything they do. Thomas fell into this exact trap. I had my good New Balance sneakers that cost nearly $100. He admitted I wore them for everything. My daily walk, working in the garden, even to church when dress shoes hurt my feet. While this approach seemed practical and economical, it actually contributed significantly to his mobility decline. When gardening, Thomas's walking shoes provided inadequate side stability for the kneeling to, standing transition straining his knees. During his daily walks, soil embedded in the treads. From gardening reduced their grip on sidewalks, and neither activity was ideal for the shoes themselves, causing them to break down faster than designed. This is where the activity zone concept becomes crucial for seniors. Podiatrists now recommend dividing your footwear needs into at least 3 distinct zones: daily support shoes, activity-specific footwear, and protective house shoes, each designed for the unique movements and surfaces you encounter. Many seniors make the expensive mistake of investing in one good pair rather than having the right shoes for each activity. But here's the financial reality. One $300 emergency room visit from a fall costs more than outfitting yourself with all 3 specialized pairs combined. Now for the solutions that changed everything for Thomas and thousands of others like him. 3 evidence-based approaches that dramatically reduced full risk and restored pain-free mobility, often within just weeks of implementation. Our first life-changing solution might sound simple, but it's revolutionary for most seniors. getting a professional shoe fitting from a specialist who understands aging feet. Did you know that over 80% of adults wear incorrectly sized shoes? This staggering statistic comes from a podiatric study that found most people are wearing shoes, either too short, too narrow, or both. Even more concerning, your correct shoe size changes throughout your life. Most people gain at least half a size in width after age 60 due to the natural spreading of the foot structure. A proper professional fitting goes far beyond the basic foot measuring device you might remember from childhood. Here's what should happen. First, both feet are measured separately while standing, never sitting, as foot size changes under your body weight. Second, width is measured at multiple points, not just the ball of the foot. Third, arch height and flexibility are assessed to determine support needs. Finally, a gait analysis observes how you actually walk, revealing pressure points and movement patterns unique to your body. Thomas was skeptical about this solution until desperation drove him to a specialty shoe store. The fitter spent nearly 40 minutes with just me, he recalled. She told me I'd been wearing shoes, a full size too small in width for decades. When I tried the correct size, it was like my feet could finally breathe again. Here's how to find the right fitting specialist. Look for stores specifically catering to comfort footwear or orthopedic needs, not just any shoe store. Major chains rarely provide the expertise aging feet require. Ask if their fitters have certification or specialized training in geriatric foot issues. Many areas have poderists, professionals specifically trained in footwear for medical conditions, who can provide the highest level of expertise. When you go ask these specific questions, how does my arch height affect which shoes I should choose based on my gait? Where am I placing the most pressure when I walk? And which specific features should I look for, given my foot structure? When was the last time you had your feet professionally measured? Most people say never, or decades ago. Share your answer in the comments. And if you're inspired to get fitted after watching this, let us know what you discover about your true size. Life-changing solution. Number 2, the 3-zone system. The second game-changing solution revolutionized Thomas's mobility. The 3-zone system for senior footwear needs. This approach acknowledges that no single shoe can safely support all the different movements you make throughout your day. Zone 1 is home footwear, the foundation of fall prevention. The ideal home shoe has a closed back for stability, non-slip rubber soles for traction on all surfaces, and an easy on-off design without compromising security. Thomas discovered that proper house shoes virtually eliminated his morning stiffness by supporting his feet from the moment he got out of bed. Zone 2 is everyday support shoes, your companions for daily activities and errands. These need proper arch support matched to your foot type, cushioning proportional to your weight and stability, features like wider bases and secure closures. Thomas's properly fitted everyday shoes resolved his knee pain within weeks. Zone 3 is activity-specific footwear, specialized tools for specialized jobs. Walking shoes need for root flexibility and heel cushioning. Gardening requires ankle support and cleated soles for uneven surfaces. Even dress occasions can be managed with modern hidden comfort designs that look formal but provide support. The brilliance of this system isn't just physical, it's financial. Thomas implemented it on his fixed income by budgeting strategically. I spent the most on my everyday shoes since I wear them 60% of the time. He explained, for specialty needs, I found budget-friendly options and sales. It still costs less than what I spent on pain relievers each year. But the third solution is what doctors say makes the biggest difference of all, transforming mobility for seniors, even when everything else has failed. Life-changing solution number 3, custom orthotics and adjustments. Our third and most powerful solution addresses the foundation of mobility itself. Custom orthotics and strategic shoe adjustments that transform even ordinary footwear into therapeutic tools. Many seniors don't understand the crucial difference between basic store-bought insoles and true orthotics. Generic insoles simply add cushioning, while orthotics actually correct biomechanical issues in your walking pattern. Think of it this way: insoles are like reading glasses from the drugstore, while orthotics are prescription lenses precisely calibrated to your unique needs. The good news: effective orthotics don't always require the 400-plus custom versions made by podiatrists. Thomas discovered the middle ground heat, moldable inserts that cost under $40. You warm them in your oven, then stand on them to create an impression of your foot, he explained. They supported my arches exactly where I needed it. Not just generically, these semi-custom options work remarkably well for most seniors without severe foot deformities. Studies show they provide 70 to 80% of the benefit of fully custom orthotics at about 15% of the cost. For those with Medicare, know that custom orthotics may be covered when prescribed for specific conditions like severe diabetic neuropathy or deformities. The key phrase to use with your doctor is therapeutic orthotics for fall prevention. This medical necessity framing often triggers coverage. Beyond inserts, simple modifications can dramatically improve your existing shoes. Professional stretching services can add width in tight spots for around $15. Strategic cushioning pads placed precisely where you have pressure points can transform painful shoes into comfortable ones. Even something as simple as replacing factory insoles with gel versions can reduce impact forces by up to 40%. Thomas now applies these principles to every pair he owns. It's like having custom shoes without buying new ones. He says, I've extended the life of my footwear while making each pair more therapeutic. Have you ever tried custom insoles or orthotics? Share your experience below. Your insights could help another viewer find the solution that finally resolves their foot pain and restores their mobility. Let's return to Thomas's journey, 6 months after implementing these 3 solutions. His transformation was nothing short of remarkable. I went from taking pain medication daily to walking 5,000 steps completely pain-free. Thomas shared, his voice filled with emotion. The constant fear of falling that kept me homebound is gone. The physical improvements were measurable. His balance test scores improved by 38%, and he hasn't had a single fall incident since changing his footwear approach. But the emotional impact runs even deeper. Last weekend, I took my grandchildren hiking on a nature trail, Thomas said, showing me photos of him confidently navigating uneven terrain. My 9-year-old grandson asked why I never did this before. I couldn't explain that I'd been too afraid to try. Compare this to his life before confined mostly to his home, missing family gatherings and watching life from the sidelines. Remember this powerful truth. Your footwear choices today determine your mobility tomorrow. The decisions you make now will either limit or expand your world in the years ahead. Let's quickly recap the 8 deadly footwear choices we covered. High heels, flip-flops worn out, sneakers, backless slippers, smooth-soled shoes, tight-fitting dress shoes going barefoot, and the one-pair-fits-all mentality. By implementing our 3 life-changing solutions, professional fitting, the 3-zone system, and custom orthotics, you can dramatically reduce fall risk and reclaim your active lifestyle just like Thomas did. Which of these footwear mistakes surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you want more practical advice for thriving in your golden years, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Your future mobility is too important to leave to